Howdy, everybody. I'm Kyle Fergusson. Did you know I have a lot of other YouTube projects? Ones that aren't on this channel. In fact, to fire off the first one, did you know I do a lot of learn to play content for Heroes of the Storm over at youtube.com/heroeshearth. Over at youtube.com/heroeshearth for the past year and a half, I've been making learn to play videos with pros from the CCL and Nexus Gaming series. These are tournament level players that I sit down in the replay with and get their thoughts on their build and their particular play styles. There are many of these guides. Some of them, particularly the older ones, are me talking about fundamental concepts or drafting guides before we started firing up those various heroes replays. These are all quite timeless. These are great sources of information if you want to learn a certain hero or get into a certain play style, particularly if you follow the CCL. Some of my favorites have been things like Kyr's Tychus, or that Breakwood guide I told you all about, where I learned the Sylvanas playstyle that has become my main for Heroes of the Storm. We also have things like Porky's Kael'thas, Draydit's Abathur, Hasuab's Falstad. There's so many gems in here that I really can't name them all, but I really enjoy making this content, and you can find it over at youtube.com/heroeshearth. One that just went up today, Caesar Salad's Anubarak. This is from Team Diamond Hands in the CCL Game 3 vs Storm Esports. There is really no better way to learn Heroes of the Storm right now than to watch this tournament play, and I believe these breakdowns that I do with the individual pro players. It's a delight to do. Check it out. Did you also know I make Final Fantasy XIV content with my co-host Garrett Weinzierl over at youtube.com/amovetv? Here we've been reporting on and documenting our ongoing experience with Final Fantasy XIV, the darling MMO you may have heard of recently. There are also individual YouTubes for each of the podcasts I do, including Into the Nexus, the Heroes of the Storm podcast that I do with Garrett Weinzierl, the There'll Be Dungeons podcast, the live play D&D show that I do on the Frog Pants Network, the AOS Clubhouse Pokemon Unite show that I do with Mockery and Kayaberries, and the DMGI show, the DM Gives Inspiration podcast, a Learn to Play and DM 5th edition show. You can also find me over at twitch.tv/Kyle Fergusson, where I play the Heroes games that end up on this channel. More recently, I've been streaming my journeys in Final Fantasy XIV over on that channel as well, as I research, prepare, and just in general, enjoy playing the game. While waiting on a queue, whether it's a Storm League ranked match queue, a dungeon queue, or a login queue for Endwalker, I've been playing a lot of other games as well, including Darkest Dungeon 2, Despot's Game, and Magic the Gathering Arena. There's a lot of games that have my attention right now, and this channel hasn't been representing them, nor is it the best place to find my Heroes of the Storm Learn to Play content, because that's all over at Heroes Hearth. So this channel is going to be transforming a little bit. We're going to be experimenting here, and I hope you'll join us on those other YouTube channels I mentioned, and continue to watch us here as we explore some other games. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.